So Jesus had been hanging on the cross for about 2 hours, and it was weird outside. It was a dark time, not just metaphorically, but like there was a literal darkness that was settling over the land. Like darkness was gonna win over the one that everything was created through. And about 3 o'clock, the darkness was thicker than ever. And I can just imagine everyone that's sitting around watching this crucifixion, kind of looking up into the sky and wondering like, what's going on? You know, is God not happy about what's happening? And on the cross, Jesus' body's about to give up. And even in those dire moments, he's quoting scripture right out of Psalm 22. He just cries out to God and says, my God, why have you abandoned me? And it was our spotless lamb on that tree. The one that had done no wrong, the one that was literally love crucified, that was ending his mission here on earth. And even still just fulfilling the scriptures says, I'm thirsty. And as soon as this sponge that they put up on a hyssop branch touched his lips and moistened his throat, it gave enough for those last words to be uttered, saying, it's finished. And when he took that last breath, there was this tremble in the ground. The whole earth shook. Literally, the veil that was between God and man in the temple sanctuary ripped apart. And as that ground began to rumble and the earth cried out, even the Roman soldiers, who were supposed to be these like really tough, fearless guys, had terror struck to their very heart. And I imagine them looking up at the darkness in the sky, feeling the trembling of the earth. And what scripture says is, they saw him crucified and said, this man truly is the Son of God. For me, I think about the fairness of God. God is not fair, because fairness would be me up on that cross. Right? Fairness would be for me to pay the penalty for all of those things. And so when I think about Jesus, I think that God, who's outside of time and outside of space, is feeling that death, feeling that sacrifice in the moment of my sin. That even though I am broken and sinful and still struggle, that God would love me enough to go through something like that. The people that were just cheering for his death didn't leave with this sense of justice. Like the word says that they left with sorrow in their hearts. I just imagine that all of a sudden the film of rage and of anger left, and they saw the reality of where they were, that something really wrong just happened. And as they were transferring Jesus' body from the cross to the tomb, they had to make sure they were dead. They stuck a spear in his side, and not just blood, but water also came out and confirmed what they already knew. Jesus was dead. There was a follower of Jesus named Joseph of Arimathea. And Joseph was this richer guy, and he had this tomb that he had just got for himself. And it's a little ironic that the tomb that he was supposed to lay in was the one that Jesus was put in, who just died in his place. Passover was about to start, and all the disciples, followers, the women that were around needed to get home. It was all over, or so they thought.